these real well. This is my writing about fetishes. And there's no reason why I haven't done one. I've just gotten busy, had a lot of stuff going on. But I want to talk about pegging. I recently did a blog article about pegging. Well, actually what happened was I went on Instagram and I posted a survey. It was just, you know, hey, let me know what your favorite fetish is kind of survey. And then I went on some other things that I'm active on, and I posted the same thing, and I kind of just let things filter out. And pegging was actually my top number one, and I never saw that coming. Like, I was shocked. And so it was article number one that I did in regards to fetishes and things of that nature. And to be perfectly blunt about it, I had never put pegging into any of my novellas. Granted, you know, I think I'm up to 25, 26 now, maybe a few more than that. So, you know, I don't have a whole lot out there, but I had never even thought about it. I lost my train of thought. There it is. So anyways, what pegging is, if you're not familiar with it, and a lot of people are not, it is using a strap-on or a dildo, a woman being in control to a man. So it is anal play. It is nothing to do with being homosexual. It can involve, you know, dominant submissive play. Doesn't have to. A lot of guys just love the sensation. So some of it's just about the sensation of it. Some of it is about the submissiveness of it. It really kind of varies depending on a couple. And honestly, that's just life. It's hard for me at times to get on here and to talk about a fetish and to talk about things like that, because they are so personal and everybody does them in their own personal way. And of course, when we talk like this, I have to generalize stuff. We wouldn't be able to have a conversation if I didn't generalize it. Otherwise, we would be so caught up in the details. And though I do love the saying, the devil's in the details, it would just completely stop the conversation in every way. So when we talk about stuff, we talk about in the general terms. And for me, I come at that with an understanding that I am speaking in a general term, but when I speak to a one-on-one person, that general term then becomes a very specific way of doing things. I enjoy pegging. I enjoy the thought of pegging. I love the thought of the power exchange between a man and a woman. I enjoy, you know, making people happy. I enjoy pleasing people, even though I am a very dominant person. But just because you're dominant doesn't mean that you do not enjoy the people around you having pleasure. I mean, that's kind of a silly way of looking at things. And I see it on the internet a lot, but in reality, you know, having a sexual relationship with someone or having an intimate relationship with someone, you want them to find pleasure and stuff, and you want them to find happiness and stuff, or you wouldn't be in there with them. And I think that a lot of times that's the destroyer of relationships. So moving forward, I did do a short story about pegging. If you follow me on Amazon, you know that I had a guy just rip it apart. I mean, it was not, it was not good, but that's okay. I went back and I rewrote it. He had some good points, though he may have been a little callous in how he put them. And I took what he said to heart and fixed it, you know, and I think it came out a lot better. I was trying to do a story where I spoke from the woman's perspective, then from the man's perspective, and just back and forth. And I was trying to do it in a very short, condensed story, and yeah, there were some issues. But I think the second version absolutely came out better, you know, and if you read my stories and if you find constructive criticism in them, absolutely reach out to me. I'm not going to fuss at you. You know, I'm trying to perfect a craft here, so I'm not going to fuss. Pegging is a very intimate thing, though. From the aspect of a man being submissive to a woman, maybe not so much in these last 5 to 6 years. I think maybe society's changed to some degree, or maybe the media is just wanting us to think society's changed. I don't know. But you know, if you're a man and if you're interested in it, I think it all means you should be able to talk to your partner and say, hey, I kind of want to explore this. I want to see what it's like. You know, I may not like it. That's okay. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you try it, you try it. If it becomes this inner joke between the two of you, hey, that's fine too. As a woman, there's one thing I do want to say. If your man comes to you and wants to explore this, as a woman, do not betray that trust. I have seen that a lot, and it's very sad. And it reflects far more on the woman than it does on the man. You know, pegging is safe as long as it's done slowly and, you know, at least initially with a little bit of tenderness. There's no reason why you can't do it unless you have a medical condition. It kind of goes without saying. Like, why do we have to preface everything with, well, if you have a medical condition? I think we're all adults here, and we think we all should know that if you have a medical problem, you might want to slow your roll and figure out what you got going on. Other than that, you know, have some fun with it. There are some awesome toys out there. They vibrate, they're controllable. I know Lovense is a toy line that I really like, and they have a plug that you can control from your phone, which is just kind of cool and fun. Definitely all kinds of strap-ons. I would suggest, if you're trying it out for the first time, that you absolutely go a little bit on the smaller side. That's just kind of common sense. There's prostate toys out there. There's the, I don't own it, but I do like it, and it's the black glass one. It's just a gorgeous piece of glass, and it's a prostate toy, and I think there's even versions of that have vibrators in it and things of that nature. So, you know, have some fun with life. We have one life to live. Yeah. And we go into the whole philosophy thing of reincarnation and stuff, but the only thing you have is the day you're standing on. So you might as well enjoy the things that you want to enjoy and want to try. You don't like it? What are you out? You know, a few dollars on a toy and a little bit of time, and you may decide at some point in time you want to try it later. It is something that you do want to take slow. Anytime you're stretching something, anytime you're introducing something, it is going to feel weird and awkward and maybe, you know, a little on the painful side. That will pass as long as you're being smart about it. You know, I just kind of think that we put too many hang-ups on what other people think about what goes on in our bedroom, and they have no business. It's our bedroom. So, you know, if you want to try pegging, absolutely go for it. If you have a fabulous story about a pegging adventure, of course I'd love to hear that. Come on, I'm a writer. I want to know these things. Let's not even get silly about that. And if you cannot talk to your spouse about the things that you want to do, if you don't feel that safe and secure about it, then that kind of points to something more or a little bit major going on than just whether or not you're wanting to do pegging or not. You should be able to trust each other. And you should be able to trust each other to keep each other's secrets. And the reason I say that is because one of the things that kind of came out as I was getting these stories back, both on Instagram and, you know, on email and other places, was this sense of betrayal. Like, these guys were like, you know, my now ex-wife, and I did this, and then when we got a divorce, she told everybody about it. And I'm just sitting here and I'm going, why? Why would a woman do that? Why would she, you know, do that? So we kind of need to have this discussion, women, about, you know, let's keep our secrets. Let's keep secrets. We want ours kept. We should keep theirs. And even if things don't work out, we should still keep secrets. So anyways, I hope you check out my blog. I'll put a link in it and everything else. You know, definitely if you want to tell me something, give me a holler. Absolutely add me on Instagram, please. Diane's Adventures. I will probably not do Twitter again. I don't know. I don't like Twitter. It's too noisy. Instagram is far more of an intimate one-on-one conversation, and I really like that. I like the story aspect of Instagram. I am on LinkedIn. I do, I answer people on there, of course, and I definitely enjoy talking to people. So, give me a call. Give me a call. Give me a call. Give me a holler out. Tell me about your pegging adventures. Tell me about the things that you like about it. Tell me about your favorite toy. Love to hear it. So until next time, I don't know what my next one's going to be. It will probably come off my Instagram list just because I find it fascinating and interesting what other people find fascinating and interesting. We'll go from there. And please check out my stories on Amazon. Leave me some feedback. Please. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.